Hi, I've been tying a lot of these rose knots lately. They're variations on Ashley's 894, which is the Captain Albert Whitney's rose. Here's one that looks more like that, which is a diamond on the outside, which gives the petals. It's a flattened diamond. Then there's a doubled wall in the middle and a crown in the middle of that. I find the doubled wall a bit awkward, so I kind of dropped that. That's a bit more like it. It's a under two wall in this section, and then a regular crown in the middle. He also gives an example of the next one, which is 895, which is the same diamond for the petals, and the centre is a star. So that's what that one is, and that made me start thinking about whether you could tie the famous triple knot, the triptych of knots rather, the rose, the star and the man rope, all in one go. So I gave it a go, and this is what I came up with, which is the whole thing is the rose, obviously, and then there's the star in the centre of that, and if you flip it over, you've got the man rope here. So it's a star, a man rope and a rose all in one. Anyway, today we're going to I'm going to show you the basic start to that whole thing. What you do in the middle of it is up to you, but we'll show you a simple version. So I've just got 3 lengths of cord, centre them, and then open up the lay of the cord and put each one through, so each one is opened up in one place and the next one goes through it. So you end up with it's just a way of joining it all together. So now you've got 6 working ends. And you can pull this closed, so the whole thing is closed. And closes up, but we're going to put all the leads through the end, so I actually leave it open a little bit, enough to get the ends through. You'll see what I mean later. So that's probably about enough. So the first part of the knot is a diamond. Now it's a flat diamond, which is exactly the same procedure, but you're not tying it around something. So a diamond is a over-under procedure. So start with one, go over and under, and then hold it in your fingers so it's out of the way. Then the next one goes over, under, hold that in your fingers, keep it out of the way. So over, under, over, under. Next one here, over, under. So you've got 2 more left to work with. So over and under that first one we did. So over there, under there. Put that up on your fingers. So this is the only bit that gets a little bit tricky, but it's not too bad. So this is the one we're working with. We need to go over that one and under that one. So it's just a weave. So over, under, and then back up there. Now just open it all out a bit and flatten it out and get it sort of vaguely adjusted so it's all about the same length. Yeah, that's about it. Now we just start doubling it. Now when I double this knot. I do it in 2 stages. The first one is just to tuck it into that next space. So this one here goes into that space because we're going to be following that one. So this one follows that one. So first we have to go down. So I just basically go all the way around it and do that down section on all of them. So that's done, so all the down section's done. So now just pick any one and follow it around. So this is the one we'll start with. Follow it around, so you're following this one here. Now, we're about to start tripling it, so if we want to triple it, which you can do, this one I've tripled. For the demonstration I'll just double it, but if you go around again you'll end up with a triple petal, which just makes the petals a bit wider. So yeah, we'll stop here because I just want to double it. So basically just go around and do the same thing with each one. This one follows this one around. One follows that one around. And the last one is here. Okay, spread those out again. So that's it doubled. Now I'm going to go through and neaten this up, so I'll probably speed through this section, but because it's pretty simple. Just tighten it up. You want to bring it into the center a little bit more, so close it up, but not completely because we're going to put a knot in the middle. Probably easier to look at it from the back. See if it's even. It's reasonable. Alright, now each of these working ends needs to cross over those two, and under that and up the next space. Just brings it into the middle a little more. So that's one done. So that one goes over that one and under that one. So over and then under. So over, under. It is possible to skip this step. If you're already quite close to the centre, you can skip it. It's how Ashley does it, but it's not necessary. I've done it without it. Depends on how big the knot you're going to put in the centre is. So over, under. Last one, over, under. Okay, so that, I might tighten that up a little more. That's your diamond all done and dusted pretty much. What you do in the middle now, there's huge amount of variation you can do here. Let's say that is a under 2 wall, and then a regular diamond, a regular crown in the middle. If you want to go really fancy, you can do a star in the middle of it, or any of the number of globe knots. There's a whole bunch of flat decorative knots in Ashley that you could use in the middle. But I'll do this simple sort of cheats way of doing it now, because it's an easy way to get a fairly nice knot. So we're going to finish this with a fairly simple way of doing it, which is an over 2 crown. So take any one working end, go over the next 2, so that's those 2, so over it, and put it under your thumb, so it's under your thumb there so you don't lose it. Next one goes over 2, move your thumb around and hold them both down. Next one is that one, we go over 2, put it under your thumb. Next one, which is that one, over 2. Keep them all under your thumb. Now they're all under my whole hand here. I've only got these 2 left to go with. So we go over that one and that first one that we did. So we go through that first loop made by the first one. And the second one needs to go over 2. So it's that first one and the second one. So you go through both of those holes. So that's an over 2 crown. Now to tighten it up, just go through and do it a pull once. Now I put a spike in the middle, gives you something to pull it against and gives you a nice even finish. And that spike went through that triangle that we made the first time at the beginning. Okay, so that's nice and tight. As you can see, this flower you can pretty much shape it with your fingers, particularly with hard laid cord. I don't know how it would work with soft, but with hard laid it holds its shape quite nicely. Now you pull that out. Now this is the cheats aspect to it. This isn't strictly a locked in knot from here on in, but it's a fairly nice way to get a spiral in the middle. So you just take, so there's a natural groove there, it wants to go there, so just take it and push it down. Follow that groove and the next one follows its groove. And just carry on doing that. just go through gently and pull them all tight. Kind of need to be a bit methodical about it because you don't know which one's which. So just pull one and then hold it aside. Okay, so it gives you quite a nice, very realistic sort of bud section in the middle there, which is, I think, is quite nice. So that's it basically. These aren't really locked; they can push them up. So you can either start crowning, like keep a couple of them as the core, and then crown with say 3 or 4, and make a sinnet here, make it stiff. Or you can just get a piece of contrasting cord and bind the whole lot, which would work just as well. If you want to make it into a like a brooch or a bracelet, you could fold it down, bind that so it hangs out the bottom a little bit, and then put a pin through there. It would work. Okay, so that's fairly simple. As I was saying, the centerpiece, you could do anything here. You could do a proper crown, a proper button knot of some sort, the star knot which I used earlier, or a globe. There's a lot of options. Anyway, hope that was fun. In hard laid cord you can sort of shape that up a bit to make the petals a bit more sort of spread out here, and then it makes it more of a cup-like thing. But it's not too hard to tie, so I hope you enjoy it. Thanks for watching, and please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. It all helps. Thank you. Bye.